There's a natural thing, locked in the traps on the scene. When you break out and you see life is all but a dream, yeah. Thought my skin was a place, feel like touch the universe, the earth, where I lay my feet, my mind surrounds me, yeah. Trials and tribulations, but I'm in the moment. Watch it all unfolding. When they ask my age, I just say it's golden. I had questions that I look within. Sometimes that's all you got. That's all you got. Say that shit on God.
Peace, family, peace. I'm gonna just record this. Better video, so let me know how this goes. If it's not right, if it's coming off crazy, flag and let me know. But I'll have to know. But I'm gonna definitely just go through this build. The title of this video is called "To Catch a Mouse," and today we're gonna be dealing with Mars Direct. I'm dealing with some spiritual knowledge, how to really progress through this energy, through this time and space. And fully understand what's happening, what you should possibly be doing, and things of that nature. So, I'm the Hoodmystic representing. Hey, happy birthday, precious. What's going on? Today is August 28th. Representing www.hoodmystic.com. Just want to say peace to the Patreon family. Patreon.com/Hoodmystic. The reason why we do this videos for the Patreon family. So if you want to subscribe, if you want to support, please go to Patreon.com/Hoodmystic. To everybody, and we do work for tips, and that site is paypal.me/TheHoodMystic, Cash App Hoodmystic38. Got you. Thank you for that. I missed out on that. So let me go through that. Hoodmystic.com, representing www.hoodmystic.com. Patreon.com/TheHoodMystic. PayPal.me/TheHoodMystic. Cash App Hoodmystic38. Just want to say peace. Can y'all hear me now? How is it going now? Is the sound good? Let me know if the sound is good, because I know there's some type of lag. Somebody just say, we can hear you. All right, keep going. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Nobody saying whether they can hear me or not. Loud and clear, all good now. Cool. All right, so let's look at this astrology. Mars is going direct. So if you was paying attention to this channel when Mars first went retrograde, we were discussing how it's kind of like when Michael Jackson did the moonwalk, and how we all can develop our moonwalk where we can kind of regress in the natural life. And because of Mars was opposing the North Node, it was giving access to our spiritual information and things of that nature. So now as we begin to go direct, walking and things of that nature should be a cinch. You know, going through life should be a cinch if you figured out how to do your moonwalk. If you don't properly moonwalk and know how to do your skills or your talents and your gifts and things of that nature, then life is kind of hard. But if Mars retrograde was an opportunity for us to find our purpose, and now we're in a place where as Mars goes direct, we have another opportunity to find our purpose, and it might not be the moonwalk. It might be the Dangerous album or the Remember the Time video. It's like, it's still going on, but it's just different forms and ways that we can access our spiritual nature. And so Mars going retrograde, Mars going direct, and now Mars kind of in the shadow zone. It's still the same rules apply, but we're just gonna go over some aspects to Mars and then overall what I'm talking about. And the title of this video is To Catch a Mouse. And I really want you guys to be really mindful and vigilant about the concept of how to catch a mouse. Like, do we go about catching a mouse with fury and fierceness and ready to, like, you know, with a machete? Or do we have tact? Do we have skill? Do we have knowledge and wisdom? You know, how do you actually catch a mouse? And the mouse is just a metaphor for anything that you're interested in catching, you know, moving forward. Like, what do you want and how do you get it? You get it through Mars, and just understanding some aspects to Mars can help you understand this Mars energy moving forward through this week. Like I said, Mars is going direct, and it is squaring Uranus, and it is also squaring Venus, and it also is opposing the nodes. And so there are no pretty aspects to Mars. Everything that Mars presents to us is either a square or an opposition. And so listen, so Mars square Uranus is actively changing your reality at a deep level. How do you actively change your reality at a deep level? And when you have a square Uranus, it's change. It's just change that's gonna enter into your reality. The problem with people and humanity and the ego is that they hate change. Like, they can't stand change. Like, they don't like it. But that's the flaw with humanity. If you understand, that's the flaw with your thinking, is that you don't like change. But the trees don't have a problem with change. The grass doesn't have a problem with change. Nature doesn't have a problem with change. They adapt to change, which we have the ability to adapt to change as well. And so we discuss our spirituality, not to sound cool, not to get views, not to, you know, make money or none of this. So we could really empower ourselves and imbue ourselves with the technology of the spirits. And so as Mars squares Uranus, that is a technology upgrade that comes with, so say for instance, you get an upgrade on your phone, but instead of, you know, an interior upgrade, they do a surface upgrade. Like, your whole phone looks different. You understand what I'm saying? But it's more functional. It has more capabilities and more features, what they tell you with the upgrade, you know, the things that it's fixed, you know. And some of these things, like some of our mental defects, our character defects, those things are getting fixed through reality. Reality is showing you, hard way to put this, but reality is showing you that you have way more control than you first thought. And so if you find yourself in a difficult position, if you find yourself faced with a problem, then that's some shit that you need to go head towards. If you find yourself in a fear, that's something that you got to head towards, because what you will see when addressing this fear is that you have way more power than you once thought. And just really understanding Mars and what it means, because it's not just action. It's not just, you know, fire and things of that nature. At its most simplest, at its most basic point, it is the words that are come out of your mouth. Because when I'm talking, That is an action. It's not passive to talk. It's very, the word is God, and words have power. And we could go on and on and on and on and on about how powerful words are. So when we talk about action and we talk about changing our realities, it first starts with the word. Very mindful. Mars square Venus is simply knowing what you want and going for it. And see, a lot of people are coming up to me recently saying, well, I don't know what I want. And I reply, or I should reply if I didn't reply, you know exactly what you want if you don't know what you want. You need to know what you want. That's what you want. I know that's kind of confusing, but let's go back. You know that you want to know what you want. If you don't know what you want, then you want to know that. And so that's the purpose of the work. That's the meaning of the understanding of conscious technology and spiritual technology and things of that nature. It is all about, if I don't know, then I'm willing to figure it out, or to know, or I want to know. So this is the whole point. And being okay to say, I don't know, but I want to know. And that's why I'm dealing with this spirituality. That's why I'm meditating. That's why I'm doing all of this weird shit, because I don't know and I want to know. In my life, I was started at a place where I did not know shit, nothing. And I've applied myself and applied the knowledge, and now I've lived through experience. And from that point, I'm able to talk. But I wasn't able to start a YouTube channel 6 years ago, 7 years ago. It was just impossible, because I was just stuck in a whole different, like, my whole way of thinking. The words that were coming out of my mouth, my Mars energy was misaligned with my truth. And when you want to fully functionally deal with Mars energy, you have to align it to your truth, your absolute truth. And Mars opposed the true node is your truth. You are a spiritual being. You are a spiritual being having a human experience and all of this type of stuff. Well, this is how it is fully expressed astrologically when Mars is opposed to nodes, because our words tend to be about our human life and tend to not reflect our spiritual reality. So if I'm saying stuff, I ain't gonna do shit, I ain't gonna be shit, you know what the shit that people say. I'm scared, I'm afraid, I don't wanna, that's ugly. All the type of shit that people say. I ain't gonna never be shit. I need to go to college. Oh, I need a job. Oh, I'm broke. And you know, you can just walk through the hood and just keep track of what people say to keep a mental, just to know where the hell that they going. You could just talk to somebody and just be like, okay, I see where you're headed. And see, this is something that I had to fully realize. So when I talk to people, I'm not afraid to tell them, oh, I'm trying to change the world. What you doing? Every day, actively trying to change the world in my own little way. So it's all about the things that you say, as opposed to the things that you say that are just simply aligned with your human reality, but you're not even speaking from your spiritual truth, that you're here to influence the planet positively. You are a god, you are a goddess, you are an empress, you are from the higher realms, you are a magician, you are a mystic, you know, and speaking from this perspective. And see, Mars is opposed to true node, so a lot of us can speak opposite from that. We could just be saying a lot of human stuff. So we have to really be mindful of that. And to catch a mouse, right? That's the title of this video. And we all have things that we want to attract in our lives, our meditations and magics. And, you know, we just want to have safe children and a big house and, you know, a nicer car, just so you can get to work a little easier, save on gas. You know, that's not so bad, right? And, you know, all of these things we want. And so how do we do it? How do we ultimately get what we want? How do we catch this proverbial mouse? Because we all have a proverbial mouse. How do we catch it? We catch it through a modality that is known as Mars, and Mars represents an active and passive principle. And so if I can invert Mars to the human population, then I have them sold, because their actions and passivity is replaced. See, the humans think that through passive means they'll get something, and then once they get it, then they'll become active. So our troubles and our problems come from a passive state. It's impossible to be active towards a problem and suffer from it. In every moment that you put activity towards solving a problem, that problem is no longer whooping your ass. It's the moments that we are not active towards our problems and we're just like, you know, money is just gonna come from the sky one day. The love of my life is just gonna knock on the door one day. I know it. So I'm gonna just sit here and watch this TV and eat this popcorn until my doorbell rings. So when we talk about to catch a mouse, you want that love of your life. You want that money, but you don't know how to get it because you only know how to actively pursue it. And then your passivity is just a passivity that's not connected to no action. You either waiting for it or you doing too much to get it. But is that how you catch a mouse? No, you have to know where the mouse is at and set your trap down. And however good your trap is, that's going to be the make or break to whether you catch the mouse or not. You can't just sit there and just be like, okay, I'm going to find this mouse and I'm going to catch it. And you can't just be like, I just hope that this mouse go away. Because that's that's going to be the worst thing you ever thought to do. Just to not catch the mouse at all, to not set a trap at all. Because what's going to happen? You gonna have 1,000 mouses is gonna run your house. And I'm saying mouses, but I'm meaning mice. Mice will ruin your whole life if you don't kill them. They'll come in. Oh, we got us one, boys. Yo, Rico, Telemundo, let's get up in here. They don't even got no traps in here. We about to go crazy. No cat, no nothing. We about to go crazy. Yeah, bring your mama too. Everybody. Yeah, sweet. So you don't want to be that type of person. You want to set down a proper trap and know how to set traps, and you have to be patient too. It's a tough game when you're trying to manifest and bring things into your life. Because when we talking about setting the trap, I'm talking about your spell work. I'm talking about your ritual. I'm talking about the things that you do spiritually before you start your day. To me, this is my version of catching a mouse. Generally, I'm putting a lot of energy into it, but on the real to real, when I get off of this, I'm going to school or I'm going to work. I'm living my normal life. Like, people don't know in real life. And sometimes some people know, some people don't know. But what I'm actively doing is catching a mouse, and I'm being patient, but yet and still I'm not being passive, and I'm not doing I'm not doing shit. I'm doing something. And so when it comes to love, are you doing the proper love work? I mean, are you going hard with that self-love work? Like, is you just like, I'm loving myself today. Damn it. I'm loving myself so hard that I don't even care. Is you doing the research for financial literacy? Are you trying to learn how to manage your money, how to build your money? So when you get it, you know what to do with it? Or you just like, well, I don't need to trap for no money. It's gonna just come to me. You're damn right it comes to you. It comes to you every 2 weeks and you spend it before Saturday. Yeah, it comes to you, all right. So to catch a mouse is not, it takes some mental acuity since we're in Virgo. Like, you gotta be observant. You gotta peep how the mouse is moving. Okay, little shorty, you be like going here to there. You like to go to Panera at 12 at lunch. So I'm going to just coordinate to go at lunch at 12, meet you at Panera, and, you know, might offer to pay for your lunch and have a conversation with you to catch a mouse. Because you've been observing, you've been peeping, and you know what you want. And I know a lot of people don't know exactly what they want, and that's okay. But that's perfect. To me, if you don't know what you want, then you know that you know what you want. That you should get to know what you want. And that's the purpose. You want to know what you want. So the better the setup, the better the trap, the more likely you will receive what you're gonna get. So the more that you prepare, the more that you get into your ritual, the more that you get into your spell. The full moon in Pisces, the title of that video was input equals output. And more to that same energy, as Mars goes direct, the stronger your stride, the harder your stride, the fiercest your penetrating stare into some shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the more that those walls will begin to come tumbling down. But you gotta be strong from the beginning and chill on the after, if that makes sense. The more you prepare for it, the more you can chill and be passive on the other side. And so it's such a, for real, it's like building sandcastles in a tsunami. For real, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Soon as somebody say you crazy, I start to feel insecure. I have doubts. You know, soon as somebody trigger me to, you know, you talk about astrology, you ain't on this chaos shit or whatever, I'm triggered. You know, but what I'm actually trying to do is speak on spiritual knowledge. And it's very sensitive. And you cannot come in it one day, go away for 2 weeks, come back like, oh, let me get into this spiritual shit now that I'm broke again. Let me get into this spiritual shit now that I'm single again. No, we in this spiritual shit whether we like it or not, whether we rich or not, whether we single or not. The whole world disappear tomorrow. We still meditate and trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. There's no other way. So we building this up. And so I'm very offended and very triggered by spiritual channels, big spiritual people talking about race, talking about gender, talking about the news, talking about celebrities. And I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm talking about conscious, spiritual people. Basically, what I'm saying is I had a need when I used to go on YouTube and I wanted spiritual knowledge and spiritual information. I wanted to be enlightened. And what I ended up getting was, are you a Moor, African, or you indigenous? Like, I have no idea, bro. Like, I don't know. What I do know is that I have a higher self and I need to connect to that more than I need to identify with some made up shit that's been created throughout history to subjugate and compartmentalize and create a hierarchy between our people. You are a spirit. I am a spirit, and that's just more or less where I'm at with it. And so this is the reason why I created this channel, was because there was nowhere that I could get spiritual food from. I wanted to eat, you know, I was hungry for the knowledge, you know, and so that's why I do what I do, because I'm very triggered and I'm very upset at people who have the platform, who have the subscribers, and they only want to talk about when Jay-Z and Beyonce do something, or like it's an ESPN for just conscious people. And it's just very disheartening that we have this opportunity and this ability to now teach and empower people on their spiritual technology, and it's like not good enough. You know, it's not, that's not popping. That don't get enough views, brother. You gotta get the views and things of that nature, brother. And I'm like, yo, we need to always speak spiritual knowledge and spiritual technology and teach these human beings that they are more than human beings, that they have a higher self. And every day, every waking moment, man, humans worry about some of the dumbest shit, and they don't never worry about the shit that's truly important. And good thing that we have a higher self. Good thing that we have a right brain, because if we were just stuck in our brains, we would die. We're not worried about breathing. We're not worried about our heart beating. We're not worried about our blood circulating through our body. This is all Mars energy. And so you have to be thankful for a spiritual side of you that cares more about you than you. Very deep. So back to the tarot of the day. Very simple. If you having a problem, if you having a difficult situation in your life, you know, if you find yourself losing yourself in that negativity, that negative situation, that relationship, this job, you know, all of this, whatever problem you got in your life today, August 28th, 2018, whatever is difficult for you, what's the problem? What's the issue? The solution is found in the Knight of Swords and the adjustment. The Knight of Swords is an exalted card, is the heir of the air. And now I've been studying tarot for years, and all of these things kind of always baffle me about court cards, like trying to understand court cards. Like, are they talking about people? What's the sign? What is a court card? What the F is a court card? And so yesterday I just got it. Because I've been reading the Book of Thoth, like, again. And so the Knight of Swords is the King of Swords, is the most exalted card in the Minor Arcana, in my opinion, in the deck. And fully understanding this card is how you fully understand your problems, how you can fully understand people. It is the heir of air, meaning that it is the objection of the objection. So you so far away from the problem that you originally perceived, the issue, you know, the negativity, the relationship, the job. You remove yourself so far away from that, then from there you find a solution. Like, you got to really look at yourself as you was somebody else. Like, if you was somebody else, what would you do? You wouldn't put up with that shit. You wouldn't put up with it if you was somebody else. Peace. So where are you going to make the adjustment at? How can you solve this problem? Because the problem is you. The adjustment is not looking at somebody else. If you're like, family, we need to come into a huddle right now. Everybody come in. I got something real important to tell y'all. Real important. Come here. Something real important. If you are blaming someone, you are wrong. You need to stop doing that. You need to blame yourself. You need to take full responsibility for your life, period. Period. I don't want to hear no white man, no mama, no daddy, no nothing. You are responsible in this moment. This is the adjustment that one must make. And so down to the lower tier, we have death, wealth, and the hangman. So once you take that personal responsibility and realize that you can't blame nobody for your shit, how can I blame somebody for my shit? Because it's my shit. This is ridiculous. I have to take responsibility for my shit. And then I have to realize, okay, it's some dead energy in my being, in my aura that I need to get rid of. We constantly got to get rid of dead energy. Like, this is so natural and so important for us to grow as a people, as spirits, to actually kill the dead shit. Like, this is what we did as farmers, you know? We had to do this, you know, almost on a semi, every 3 to 4 months, we probably was chopping down some dead shit. Not because we hated the farm. We did it because we wanted new shit to grow. We wanted to really uncover our wealth, our inner wealth. And so this is just more like to how to catch a mouse is the 10 of Pentacles card. See, human beings, y'all are funny. Y'all are funny because y'all really think that the outer wealth is going to reflect your inner wealth. Y'all really think that. Y'all think y'all gonna catch a mouse, Because y'all want to catch a mouse. Y'all ain't did nothing on the inside. You have done nothing to prepare for wealth. Like, if you get $1 million, how are you gonna handle it? I don't know. I'm gonna just buy shit and just ball out and invest and say all this cool shit. Man, you need to start working with people and start to build your wealth up from the inside and make that declaration. Like, what are you doing? What is the preparation? Like, what is the whole embodiment of your wealth? Sitting down watching TV, flicking, having that Fire Stick remote in your hand, going to the next movie. Is that an indication of your wealth? I don't know. But I'm guaranteeing you, if you get rid of the parts that plague you, if you adjust, if you take full responsibility for your life and you get rid of all of the negative things that no longer serve you, and then you begin to cultivate your inner wealth, your outer wealth it naturally has to reflect that. And then we deal with the hangman, and the hangman ties it all the way back around to the Nine of Swords. Where now we're looking at our problem and we realize that the only solution is change. Like, that's it. It ain't gonna be no meteor. 2012 done came and went. It ain't no psychic advancement. Ain't nothing gonna happen. You ain't gonna get no more stimulus checks. It's a wrap. The only thing that you have to do is figure out your why. And if you don't know what your why is, then you know what you exactly have to do. Because why are you doing something without a why? Why are you just doing it because your mama expects you to do it? Why are you doing it because you're afraid that you're gonna get fired? That's not a proper why. Your proper why comes from your soul and it reflects in your purpose. And you gotta actually see a problem in the world to actually want to solve it. You trying to acclimate to the world and build yourself up into the world. So you don't see a problem in the world. So you ain't about to solve shit. You about to make it worse. So y'all know how I do, man. It ain't nothing new, man. It ain't nothing new. For the readings, I just want to invite people. For the readings, I just want to invite people. www.hoodmystic.com. And once again, this ain't about readings or anything like that. I just want to like help people if they feel the need that they need help in a particular way where they really want to understand that God is within them, and that's all they trying to figure out, how to access their God, you know. And that's what my readings are for. That's what everything I speak about is for. Now, I'm not just all that deep all the time. Like, you can ask me about your boyfriend or whatever the case may be. We got readings for that too. So be sure to hit up the website www.hoodmystic.com, readings and consultations, just a variety of different things. And you know, my purpose in life is to love other human beings. I don't know what else to actually say about that. Like, I don't know. I need that camera though on my mama. I don't know why that was there on the video. But so just much love, man. Just much love from me. And as we begin to grow in spirituality, we begin to, you know, discuss it more deeply. And, you know, as far as me personally and discovering and uncovering my purpose, like, I literally know what I'm about to do for the next 3 weeks. I literally know what I'm about to start to embark on. And, you know, indeed. So yeah, I think I read that book too, Who Moved My Cheese. That's a classic. But yeah, man, I don't got nothing else to say, man. Hit me up in the comments. Hit me up, hoodmystic@gmail.com. Once again, Patreon family, much love to you. Patreon.com/TheHoodMystic. If you want your own personal astrologer for only $50 a month, that's a good deal. You get the text, you get the number, you could text, call, whatever. $50 a month. Only offering that up to like a limited amount of Patreon subscribers. Like, once I get up to like 5, I'm cutting it off. So we got 1 now, so it's still room and available for people. So it's something that I'm just trying to do to open myself to people who are available. And like I said, if you can't support this channel at all, like you don't have no money, or maybe you got hella money and you just don't want to support my channel, but you watch the video, the least you can do is share it. Please share. Please share, because sharing is caring, and that's how, you know, that's how social media platforms are able to grow, through the modality of sharing. So if you enjoy this content, don't keep it to yourself, because, you know, I deal with this knowledge and it don't really serve me to keep it to myself. It serves me to share, you know, and that's what I'm trying to do on the daily, every day. Share knowledge, share information that we all can grow from. So with that being said, I'm signing out. Y'all have a wonderful day.